Hey people, D-Man here, and today I'm going to review Arlo the Alligator Boy. This is a new movie that just came out on Netflix. We'll do spoiler free first, then spoilers. So spoiler free. Let's see. The animation was pretty good. Actually, I would say it was some good animation. It was pretty good animation. Uh, The voice actors were pretty good. Their singing was pretty good too. Uh, the whole journey was good. The whole storyline was good, although slightly predictable. Um, so that's all good, and I like the character interactions. But I will say there's some wrong about it as well. Like, I don't feel like they had enough time to do what they wanted to do truly. So that's a little bit bummed out. I don't think they focused on some aspects fully, which they should have. Uh, but that's beside the point, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. I can't really say any more without getting spoilers. But that's about it. So I liked it mostly, but there was a few flaws here and there. To be honest, I would have preferred if it was a series rather than a movie because then we could have got into more backstory and stuff, and it felt a little bit rushed. But whatever, I guess. I would have been better if it was like a 12 episode series, each episode being like half an hour to an hour each. Maybe even longer than that. I don't know. But you get what you get. um, but anyways, my rating for it: 1 out of 10. 1 being less like horrible, 10 being like awesome, 5 being average. I would give this a 7. It was enjoyable, and I would suggest to go watch it. And I'm sure your kids would enjoy it as well. Anyways, let's get into spoilers. So spoiler alert here, guys. Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, share this video, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below. So, spoilers. So this is all about a little alligator boy who's living in a world much like our own, except it has people that are anthropomorphic, I guess. Is that the word you use? And some other people that kind of look like fairy tale creatures. It's kind of weird, but whatever, I guess. That's just the premise. And this little alligator boy, he was abandoned as a child in the sewers. I'm assuming left there to die. But luck would have it, he was cast out to sea and slowly, went down, went into sea, went across the sea, and went into a swamp where an old lady found him. An old lady with a criminal record, so she couldn't leave the swamp. But she finds Arlo, and she raises him herself, and she's his aunt, I guess. She calls herself his aunt. And then it jumps to the future 15 years or so, and it shows him as a young teenager. And he obviously wants to leave. He's singing because it's kind of like a semi-musical. He wants to leave, and his aunt's just like, okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. She gives him his bracelet that he came with, showing him what his true name is and where he came from. And then he goes on a journey to New York. And on the way, he goes to a town first, terrifies the town people. Three main bad guys try to capture him. Never get the opportunity to. Well, they do, but at the end they get foiled, obviously. But then he meets a character named Birdie, which is a giant woman. And she has like the strength to lift up train cars, and it's pretty crazy. And I don't know why, but okay. That's interesting, I guess. So she's like this giant woman who's really strong, I guess. Um, and she saves his life from the evil poachers. Well, they're not poachers, technically. They're basically carnival workers that are trying to capture him for their carnival, I guess. But anyways, they're basically trying to capture him, and she saves him by kicking their butts. And then they go on a train ride, and they become slowly friends, and we get to see their friendship a little bit. And then we go to a barn where other people like them are, and they're trying to hoodwink people into winning their money. Eventually, Arlo and them get involved, and they have to escape from all these angry people with the people like them. And then they get to know them, and we get to know I forgot their names, but there's a little elf-looking dude. There's a cat lady, a tiger lady. Um, there's a person that looks like a furball. Just a furball with hands and legs. Well, with arms and legs, I should say. And there's a fish person that they meet after because Arlen has to steal him out of the aquarium because they're keeping him there against his will, I guess. So yeah, they find the fish person afterwards. And then they become this little tight knit group and they become friends. Um and they become the best of friends. Which is one of my dislikes about it. It's like, yeah, I can see that happening, but we didn't get too much backstory on it, so it kind of happened too fast, you know? Like, seriously? Like, that happened, but it happened so fast you didn't even get to see it happen, you know? The only one's true relationship you can believe is like Arlo and Birdie. The others, they're just kind of there, but it's like suggested that they became friends eventually, I guess. I don't know. It didn't take enough time on that. But anyways, they go off to New York to find Arnold's dad, which is the whole point of this journey to find Arnold's dad. And he eventually finds his dad, goes up to him, and his dad basically says, "You're not my kid." And this is a part where I was actually surprised because I thought his dad was going to be a complete jerk. And at the end, he was going to realize, like, hey, uh, it wasn't this whole journey. My dad's a jerk, but I found my family and I have friendship and family, so I don't need him, sort of thing. But at the end, it turns out his dad was actually pretty nice. A bit of a rich snob with all his rich snobby friends, but pretty nice dude at the end, which was a welcoming change, I guess. So yeah, that was one thing I thought wasn't gonna happen. I thought for sure he was gonna be like the jerk, and then he was gonna realize like, no, I have friends and stuff. But he turns out to be a nice guy at the end. But anyways, we see Arlo go to his dad. His dad says, "I'm not your dad." He goes back outside, and his friends are gone because they thought he was with his dad and he was gonna stay there. But his friends disappeared. So he's all alone and upset. And he basically goes into the sewer and has a song montage. Pretty cool. And then eventually meets back up with his friends. And they say, let's go find your dad again. Let's see what happens. They go find his dad again. And he talks to his dad. And he learns the backstory of his dad. His dad's a bird person. His mom, we only get to see a little bit of her, so we never get to see the actual her, what she was or who she was. So that's a little bit sad. Another thing I wanted to, I didn't like about the show is they didn't show enough backstory. They showed one person's backstory, which was the father's backstory, and I guess Arlo's as well. But I wanted to see like the rest of the group's backstory, like Birdie's backstory. We get to hear about it, we don't get to see it. And I wanted to see like the rest of the group's backstory as well, but we don't get to see it again. Which is sad. Which is again why I said I would prefer this to be like a series. It would have been better because it would have gave more time for the characters. But yeah, it turns out his dad's really nice. He saves him from the poachers or carnival workers or whatever you want to call them. Saves them from them, and then they have a heartfelt reunion in front of a bunch of rich not gonna say it, but the rich people. Uh, they're they have a heartwarming moment where everybody's just like, oh, and they all like, oh, we accept you and stuff. And even the evil people accept them because they're like, oh, it's so sad, it's so cute though, you know. So it happens. They accept them, and the rich people have like a giant man slash corgi. I guess it's kind of weird. But yeah, and then they rebuild this one town there, and that's the movie. And we also get a little sequence with Arlo's aunt at the end there, which was nice. I thought for sure we weren't going to see her. I thought that was a little bit bad, but at the end we get to see her just one time, and then she never shows up again, and then it ends. Credit ends. And that's it. That's what we get. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really nice. I thought the singing was really nice. The voice acting was really nice. The animation was fairly nice. Um, but again, I would have preferred it to be a series because I wanted to see like the backstory. I wanted to see them bond more, and I would have liked to see more things, you know. But it's okay for what it is. Anyways, I hope you liked this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. That's the best way to keep my channel. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, friends, stay sane. Peace. Just a reminder to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, and share this video. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below. Hey guys, this video is meant for all ages, although I do have videos meant for the older variety. Check out my channel to watch those. But since it's meant for all ages and YouTube doesn't have a button to click for all ages, they only have younger or older, I have to click the younger because some stupid stuff will happen if I don't. But that means some features are removed. Hopefully it still gets to everyone the same, young and old, but that's beside the point. That means comments are no longer there. But don't worry, I have a Twitter, so you can go down to the link below to my Twitter and comment on that because there will be a tweet about this video. So yeah, go down there and go to my Twitter. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby, and you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look over here, buddy. Look over here.